Brandon Straka. He's the founder of the Walkaway movement. Great guy. He's got an amazing story of his last 4 years. He's about to share it with you. Brandon Straka, everybody.
What's... Check. Don't have a mic. What's going on, American Patriots? How's everybody doing today? Who wants to join me in rescuing the Republic? Thank God, because we sure do need it. I want to thank all the organizers of Rescue the Republic for having me. My name is Brandon Straka. I am the founder of the #Walkaway campaign. We are the largest national movement of former Democrats walking away from the Democratic Party. Thank you. This event has been amazing. It's been one of my favorite events to do that I've ever done in the last 6 years. I've done a lot of events, but most of the events I have done have been over on the MAGA side. I think this event is amazing because we have people all across the political spectrum. And this is how America should be. We should be allowed to exchange ideas with one another. We should be able to disagree with one another. And we should be able to find common ground and be civil to one another. But there is one political party in this country that is making that an impossibility. There is one political party in this country that is seeking to divide us and tear us apart. And we all must unite together. I don't care if you're an RFK Jr. fan. I don't care if you're a Trump fan. I don't care if you're a libertarian, an independent, a Republican. We must join forces, join hands, and fight the Democrat Party together. Because that's what it means to rescue the Republic. That's what we have to do. This event has been amazing. I got to meet Russell Brand backstage. I had no idea if he knew who I was. So I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, I'm Brandon Straka. I started the Walkaway campaign." And he was like, "I know who you are, bloke. I follow you on social media. I love what you're doing. I love what you're doing." It was a lie. He's not following me on social media. Russell Brand, follow me on social media. No, but it's been incredible. Listen. 6.5 years ago, I made a decision to walk away from the Democratic Party. I voted for Hillary Clinton, for Christ's sake. After voting for Barack Obama twice. Yeah, okay. When Donald Trump got elected, I was in tears, and I was terrified. And the reason why is because I believed the mainstream media and all of the lies that they were telling me about Donald Trump and about his supporters. I believed CNN. I believed MSNBC. I believed the New York Times. I believed all of these lying fools. And I had to do a deep dive and do a lot of research to understand really two questions. Why would anyone vote for a man as awful as the mainstream media has been telling me that Donald Trump is? And does the mainstream media lie? How did they get the election so wrong when they kept telling me that Hillary Clinton was going to win in a landslide? And for about 2 straight months, I got buried in research, watching videos, reading stories, learning, researching. And when I came out the other side, you know what I realized? Donald Trump is not my enemy. The media that I've been trusting my entire life is my enemy. And they are the enemy of all of the American people. They are the enemy of truth. They are the enemy for any of us who want to see our country united. Because the Democrats can only succeed when they divide us and keep people divided by fear. This is what they do to minorities in this country. That's why I started the Walkaway movement. At this point, we have grown to over 500,000 people who have shared their stories in Walkaway, videos and written testimonials sharing why they're walking away from the Democratic Party, and we're just getting started. We don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to make this very, very, very quick, although it's a lot. My story, I think probably more than any other story that you've heard on stage today, I think really exemplifies what is at risk and what is at stake here, what we are up against. Because from the day that I started Walkaway, I started being targeted by the mainstream media. I started being targeted by people in our government. But it wasn't until I showed up on January 6th to stand up for the American voter that my life really began to get torn to shreds. I was a scheduled speaker at a permitted event on Capitol grounds, and I went to the Capitol on January 6th. I did not enter the building on January 6th, never went inside. I did not witness any violence, vandalism, theft, or destruction. I stood outside of the building for 8 minutes shooting a video, which I then uploaded to Twitter. And 2.5 weeks later, my home was raided by a team of FBI agents in tactical gear who got me out of bed at dawn, put me in handcuffs, and took me to jail. When I got out of 24-hour lockdown in jail, I was told that I was facing multiple felony charges for what I had done on January 6th. And needless to say, after going through an over year-long criminal case with the federal government, who threatened to add more felonies if I went to trial, I took a plea deal and pled guilty to a Class B misdemeanor for disorderly conduct for standing outside of the Capitol for 8 minutes, nonviolently shooting a video. Now, that might sound like a happy ending to you, until you learn that even misdemeanor charges connected with January 6th are being treated as acts of terrorism by our government. I've been placed on a terrorism watch list. I have been permanently banned by PayPal, Venmo, Stripe, Patreon, Constant Contact, banks, email services, payment platforms. Just like in China, where you get a social credit score, and if the government decides that you're not a worthy or good enough person, they'll prevent you from being able to travel or send or receive money or exist in society. This has already happened to me. So if you hear people talk about the country going down a road toward communism, socialism, Marxism, and you think that sounds hyperbolic, it's already happened to many of us in this country, and I am one of them. And I hope that my story will wake a lot of people up so that you can see you don't even have to have committed a crime for these people to come after you. You just have to be a threat to the establishment. But that being said, I'm still in the fight. I'm never giving up after everything I went through. Thank you. And if I had about an hour, I'd tell you the whole story, but I don't. Eric Bowling says, but I don't. I'm rapping right now. My point is, I have been dragged through hell. My name and reputation have been destroyed, and I have been brutalized by the federal government and the left-wing media and the Democrat Party. But you know what I did? I picked myself up, I dusted myself off, and I got the hell back out on the battlefield, because America is worth fighting for. I will never give up the fight. I will never stop in my quest to rescue the Republic, and neither can you. Thank you so much. Hashtag walk away.
Brandon Struck, everybody, great speech.